right, here we go. So, all right, guys, my apologies. My laptop did not want to. My laptop didn't want to give access to the camera and the okay, here we go. So give me 1 second to set this up. All right. And the lighting is not so good with the phone, but it is what it is. All right, so let me see how I can find you. Let's see if I can find the comments on the phone. Let's see, welcome to live chat. Okay. So, I'm gonna try to do this from my cell phone as best as I can. Let's see how this works. All right, here we go. Hi, Victoria. I'm gonna try to play it over here on my computer. And that way I can see. Ah, there we go. Now I can read your comments much better. All right, this is gonna be interesting. I hope, okay, the lighting's not too bad. Okay. All right, so I see we have 6 people. And so while everybody joins, I apologize. My laptop didn't want to cooperate. It was telling me I needed to give access to the webcam, and it has access. So not really sure how to resolve that in enough time to get on the live. So decided to get on the phone and try this way. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I'm seeing a lot of discussion about anxiety. A lot of my clients are coming in with anxiety issues, and I feel like I want to address it only because I was a huge, and still am sometimes, sufferer of anxiety. I really do. But it's only in the morning when I wake up. So I was able to eradicate anxiety from my life. I used to take medicine for anxiety for 13 years. And it was horrible for you. And it's horrible for you. Hi, Una, how are you? So I decided to stop taking the medicine because it was not helping me. And I wanted to really connect to other areas of my life. And I actually wanted to try ayahuasca. And you could not have medicine for anxiety or depression. So I stopped taking it, and it was hellacious, but it can be done. And it has been a journey of, I would say, 4 years of getting this under control. And I do have it under control. So I figured, I talk to my clients all the time about it, to handle it, to deal with it. And I'm seeing a lot of posts about how people are dealing with anxiety. How are you doing it? You know, how is this happening? Hi, Margaret. So I thought, okay, it's something that I help people with. It's something that everybody needs help with. So I figured I would, I see how much Elena is helping people, and that is kind of giving me a reason to get out there and do the same. So I wanted to give you some ideas. Hi Angie, how are you? Um, and if you see me looking up, is because my laptop is up there, and that's where the chat is, and I'm talking to you guys here. Okay, so in trying to battle the anxiety that's happening, right? We're getting the energies of the collective consciousness that's hitting us in addition to our own energy, right? So it's a lot. We're dealing with a lot, and it's really important that we are aware of the state that we're in. We really need to be aware of the state that we're in. So, hi Joan. And so how did I eradicate anxiety? Well, the first thing I did was I started meditating. And meditation, I can tell you, I do not go one day without it. When I wake up, it is the first thing I do after brushing my teeth and going to the bathroom. So I get up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and immediately go into meditation. Make the time for it. Trust me. It shapes your day. It really does. It shapes your day. So I would tell you, start with meditation. If you say, oh my God, meditation is so hard. Well, it was for me too. I am an engineer by trade, and engineers are logical thinkers. We think all the time. So yes, meditation was hard in the beginning, but I started with guided meditation. So if somebody's talking to you, you are paying attention, and so you're more, you're still not thinking of all the monkey mind. You're following a thought. So stay with that. Stay with the guided meditations and go with that, and trust me, it will change your life. It really, really will. I just can't do without it. It makes my day, makes or breaks my day. So the next thing I would tell you to do is grounding. I don't know if you know this, but grounding your feet to the grass, to the dirt, what that does to your body, I mean, the ions, like the earth is made specifically to clear all the energy that's around you. It's supposed to, clear all the negative ions in your body. So try that. I know I can tell you it's made a huge difference in my life, grounding. So it is something I do. I do it for 20 minutes a day, and I just go put my feet on the grass. If you do not have that accessible, if you live in New York, for example, and you're in a concrete jungle, then it's really important that you imagine yourself sending your light down, all the way down to the ground. Okay? And yeah, if it's snowing too, right? You can't get grounded. So imagine yourself, when you're meditating, send down a light beam from your body down into the core of the earth. I usually imagine like a circular core on the earth, and I imagine like my light going down and like looping around this center core of the earth. And that will help you. And that will ground you. So I can tell you that has helped immensely. They do sell grounding mats as well, and in several places, Dr. Mercola, Mercola, sells them, and he's pretty good. Yes, Epsom salt baths as well are gonna help you. The sun, thank you for the reminder as well. The sun is really, really good too, to get some sun, to get your vitamin D. In addition to grounding mats, they also sell grounding sheets. So you can actually sleep on these sheets that are connected to the ground to your house. And they are, you know, I've heard they're pretty good. They are about $200, but I've heard that they work. So maybe for Christmas would be a good Christmas present. I don't know. I don't know how your anxiety is, but indoor plants, I don't know about indoor plants. I'm not sure that that's gonna cure your anxiety. What comes to mind is maybe a fish tank and watching fish. Yeah, surrounding yourself with funny people, that would help. But really it comes down to being centered. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to explain that what is anxiety? What is anxiety? It's that you're not centered. You are not in the now moment. So you have to be in the now moment to be centered. That's what you have to do. You have to make sure that you are not aligned. That's what anxiety is telling you. Anxiety is your body's way of telling you you're not centered. You're not with source. You're not trusting source. You're not in the flow. You're not in the now moment. You're thinking of something else. And I know that doesn't cover when you wake up with a pounding heart like I used to, because that would happen to me. So it wasn't like I was thinking. It was just waking up and my heart is pounding out of my chest. So I've been able to beat that as well. So there's something else called EFT. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called the Emotional Freedom Technique. And what it does is you tap on the meridian point. So you tap on these points right here, right to the side where your bra would be if you are a woman, and then up here. So that's how you tap. And what you do is when you tap to these centers, you are going to be talking about what it is that's bothering you. So for example, I'm gonna try to see if I can do this, but it's not being helpful. Okay, so for doing EFT, you start right here, okay? So you start 3 times, you say, I feel anxious and I'm having a stomach ache. And then you say, even though I love myself and honor my feelings, I feel anxious. Even though I love myself and honor my feelings, I feel anxious. Even though I love myself and honor my feelings. And then start this anxiety is making me feel out of control, right? Which is another problem. We're not in control. We don't feel in control. So that anxiety comes in. So this anxiety is making me feel out of control. My stomach hurts. I don't know why I feel this way. Maybe I feel this way because XYZ. And then what you're going to do is you're going to talk it out through your system. You're going to talk out what is it that's causing this anxiety for me. So that's EFT. And that's one of the ways that you can deal with it. And if you want to look for videos, just look up, oh my God, I forgot his name, Brad Yates. Yates, Brett Yates. He is amazing. And you can do so many things with EFT, not only for anxiety, you can do it for manifesting money, you can do it for all kinds of stuff. So EFT is very, very powerful. The other thing that you can do is breath work, which Uma mentioned here. So the breath work, I have started doing breath work for the last 5 months. Oh my God. Amazing, 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 amazing. I cannot stress how much that has helped me. When I wake up, and every once in a while, I will wake up with a pounding heart, just pounding out of my chest. And what I've done is that when I wake up, I do the meditation. No, now I do breathing first before I do meditation, because the breathing actually oxygenates the blood and gets you to a really good state for meditation. So it makes the meditation even better. So now what I do is I had found a breathing technique by Marcel Hoff, who is I think he's Wim Hof's son. I'm not sure. So it was only $50, and really truly has changed my life in that now it's what I do. I even like it more than meditation even. So now I've included that into it, because it really truly has totally changed my life. And so I really suggest breathing techniques for sure. If you don't have the money for Marcel Hoff, I know that the first option he gave was $5 for just one type of session. So $5, do it, worth it. Just use that one every day, but do it because it's amazing. So the breathing technique, A+ on that. Another thing that used to help me immensely back in the beginning was really going back to understand what was causing the anxiety. What was causing the anxiety? And then I would go back and say, okay, wait, stop. Okay, why am I nervous? Why am I feeling anxious? And you just follow the trail, because I don't know, because I have to go out to get candy or food. I have to go out and get food. Okay, and why would that make me nervous? Because I have to put a mask on and I don't want to do that. Okay, so what's the worst case scenario if you put a mask on? So start talking to yourself and start centering, start bringing yourself back into being into the now moment and understanding that that it's your brain that is causing this problem. It is your brain, it is your thinking that is causing the problem. It's not being in the now moment. And what I'm giving you are ways to get back into the now moment. How do you do that? Breath work, that brings you into the now moment. Grounding, meditation, EFT, when you're doing EFT, you gotta be in the now moment. All these things are bringing you back to the now moment, which is ultimately why that's happening. Now, I know I had addressed, and there's one more thing too that I had used, back flower oil. So BACH, Bach, okay? They have like 20 different strains of oil that you put under your tongue, and that really helped me as well. So it might be something you might want to try when you go to the website and you look it up. it tells you kind of what each strain does, and kind of you might need to try it out, but it's not too bad. It's $20, so not a big deal. And I'm sure that is not the only oil that can help you. I'm sure there's plenty of other, oh, okay, Elena, you used rescue. Okay, perfect. I used the elm. I used the elm because that was channeled by someone to me who suggested, somebody from the other side was suggesting that for me, the elm strain. So that's the one I used, but there is a rescue, and that one's easier to find than most others. I've seen that one in the health food store, so it might be easier for you to find that one. So that one is fantastic. And oh, what was I gonna get to? It left me. Intention. When you wake up in the morning, are you creating your reality? You're just waking up and well, whatever manifest. Well, you're creating your day. You are creating your day. Why not create a day that you want to be a part of, where you are happy, where you're in joy, where you are trusting, where you are in the now moment, where you are heart-centered. Did you guys know that if you are heart-centered, that you don't think? There's two brains in the body, this one and the one in the heart. When you center your awareness from the heart instead of the mind, the heart doesn't have thinking thoughts like the brain does. So the heart keeps you in the now moment, but not only that, it creates a beautiful state of being, because if you're in the heart space, what you receive, your reality will be in the heart space. What does that mean? That you're gonna have a beautiful day. So you've got to stay in that element of being in the heart. And that will also help you to stay centered, to stay connected to source. That is your connection to source. That's why that's the very first thing that is created when a baby is going to be born. Because that's the connection to source. And so you gotta stay centered with source. So it's really important too, that the awareness of other people's energies as well, right? That also causes anxiety. And the collective consciousness. Right now, everybody's bzzz, like bees going crazy, right? So what you have to do is clear your mind of the collective consciousness energy. And I had put out a video on this. It was very short. It's like a 5-second video. But what it is you imagine a pearl type white light that comes into your brain, and swish that in and put the intention. Again, everything is intention. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the pearl white light to come in and remove all the energy that's there that doesn't belong to me, that belongs to the collective consciousness. Okay? Remove the energy that is not yours. That's really important too, because you can do all this other stuff, but if you're not clearing that collective conscious energy that right now is so strong, I don't know, if these other things can get rid of that energy. So I would suggest doing that as well. Other suggestions which have helped me immensely have been to stop watching the news and stop try to be on Facebook the least amount possible. And if you do, come in and say, okay, I'm gonna go look at these groups, or I'm gonna go look at whatever you know will keep you in a positive state. And just don't watch the news, because I think that's increasing people's anxieties when they see that, oh, cases have increased, COVID cases have increased, and it's not even probably true. As you know, we're being manipulated by the media. So don't watch the news, guys. That needs to go out. You need to stop watching the news. It's not something that helps anybody. And I really want you to take that to heart, because it's made a difference. Even when the days when I am not on Facebook, my life is pure peace. Seriously, my life is pure peace. I return to Facebook because my business is in Facebook and I have to. And sometimes I'll go down the rabbit hole when I see a post, and then it's like, an hour has passed by that I just wasted. So as much as possible, try to stay off social media, because it's not helping anybody. And right now there's so many untruths, mistruths, whatever, however you want to say it, that are things that aren't true. Even in the spiritual community right now, there is so much misguidance. In a group today, I saw that somebody posted on the alien abduction, one of the alien abduction groups, somebody posted that Archangel Michael had said that we should not do meditation and things like that, because it could cause psychosis. And unfortunately, people, us spiritual people, we tend to be trusting. We tend to trust, okay? And so now the dark side is coming in and going into all the groups and sending out misinformation. You know, in another group, I saw somebody calling out Lord Ashtar. Now they're calling the Ashtar Command, which is Ashtar Command is not a person. Ashtar Command is like a military term. So I'm seeing like, oh, there's Lord Ashtar said this and said that. So again, and God knows, you know, what negative energy are these people putting in? What hooks are they putting out there when they're putting these posts so that people believe this crap? So that's sending you anxiety. And that's something else that I got from one of the commanders in the science orbital station, the Pleiadian commander, Myra's boss. He said that these phones we are getting messages through these phones. We are being mind controlled, or they're attempting to mind control us through the phone. So whenever you are looking at the phone, you're getting thoughts. And what do you think those thoughts are? They're thoughts of fear. They're thoughts of stay connected to this phone, stay connected to this phone, and just fear, inducing fear into us. So that's why it's so important that you put these phones down, that you don't sleep next to them, that you start being aware of your space, being aware of your emotions, being aware of what's triggering you, understanding who you are. And the other thing that I thought about, in one of the sessions that I did with another woman when I was writing the book, she actually saw military personnel underneath some mountains in Dulce, on computers, sending us messages to the phone, doing the mind control. She saw them actually doing it. So it's happening, it's real. And so I got confirmation from that as well, that that's what's happening. So these devices were created for mind control. They were created so that they mess up our energy field. Okay, so the more you hold it, the more you have it on. Like men, they always have it in their pocket. Huge mistake, huge mistake. But how else are they going to carry the phones? I don't know. You know, luckily women have it in their purse, and then, you know, I personally don't carry it on myself. So it's really important that you understand and realize what's happening, that your awareness, like if you pick up the phone, just like that awareness of like, how am I feeling? Is this changing how I feel? Am I more anxious? I can tell you that when I look at Facebook, I think more. I think a lot more, because I see a post and then boom, right? So we don't want to be here. We want to be here. And so that's where you need to be. That's where you need to be. And right now, Facebook is just turned into the ground where the dark forces are now trying to manipulate the spiritual warriors that we are. So that's what my suggestion is try as much as possible to control what you see in Facebook. I personally tried to go, look at specific channelers. I only follow one channeler. So I'll go and look at his posts and stuff. And then I'll go into the groups to see who I can help, if I can do that. But, and also, thanks, Victoria. A good idea too is the crystals. Crystals can also help with anxiety. Hey, Kathy. I miss you. I need to see you. I follow, his name is Daniel Scranton, and he's pretty good. And Lori Ladd, but really that's pretty much it. So the idea for today was to help you realize that you are in control. Your anxiety can be managed. I did it. And if I can do it, you can do it. All I used to do was think, be in my head. I still am. There is a lot that I still do, but I'm not anxious anymore. I do still think a lot, and I'm working on that. And I am actually probably going to have I'm working on a workshop to manage emotions. And in that workshop, I can teach you how to manage the monkey mind, to start understanding how thoughts work and things like that, and becoming becoming the observer of you, because you are awareness, right? And so you're not your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're just awareness. And so I felt that this was needed because like I said, I was seeing a lot of posts in different groups about anxiety. How do people deal with anxiety? How do you do it? And I knew that I had beaten this anxiety, and I felt that I needed to share that and hopefully help you guys. And so are you, I also was hoping you guys would have some questions. So I'm not seeing a lot of questions, which maybe means I'm right on point. And that's really all we needed for today. But yeah, so Deborah, I'm feeling a lot of confusion lately. Yes. You know, that's when I decided to step out of Facebook, was when I noticed that the information that I was seeing didn't resonate with my heart, didn't resonate with me. Um, you know, when I would see some type of spiritual channel or posting in a group and saying, oh, you gotta fight, you gotta, you know, and I'm going, love doesn't fight, you know. And so I started seeing so much misinformation, so many conspiracy theories that ended up not being true. And so, let's see if that helps. There we go. Okay. So, um, I feel that the need to be off of Facebook is really important. Um, let's see, panic attacks. Also, you have to have someone when I acknowledge it was just emotionally. So yeah, so we can talk about panic attacks. So panic attacks, the best thing you can do when you're having a panic attack is literally stop and look up at your whatever is around you, either a fan or a light fixture or something that you can focus on, and start describing that to yourself. Like, okay, that light fixture, it's made of crystal. Oh, beautiful crystal. Like, bring yourself back to the now moment immediately. And breathing, right? So you breathe in, hold that breath. Close your eyes, because closing your eyes will also calm you down, okay? Breathe. And just calm down. Just calm down. That's how you do it. You breathe and you bring yourself to the now moment by breathing and by looking at things around you that are going to take your attention away from what's happening. That helps a lot. Okay, let's see. What kind of crystals helped you with your anxiety? How did you use them? Well, back at the time, I was not a big crystal user. I had tried rose quartz. I had tried amethyst. I had tried several of them. Oh, I remember smoky quartz. I have to tell you, none of them helped me. And that's why I don't really mention crystals a lot, because they didn't really do anything for me. I have not tried to take a clear quartz and programmed it, because clear quartz you can program to do anything you want. So you can do a lot with it. But I haven't tried that. But yeah, crystals, I did try some, and I never noticed a difference with them. So I stopped using them. And yes, Margaret, there's a lot of teens that are having a lot of anxiety. I think it's because they're empaths and they're feeling the collective consciousness in addition to their own stuff that's going on, right? Doing well in school, which is bullcrap, and things like that. So let's see what else. Yeah, and then teenagers always do spend a lot of time on the phone, and that again, I cannot stress enough how much damage these phones have done to us. And I think that's part of it. The teens do spend a lot of time on the phones, and to be honest, so do we. Way too much time. I am so productive when I step away from social media. I'm productive and I'm peaceful. Absolutely peaceful. and I had gone to Utah and hiking for 4 or 5 days, and without using the phone, just for taking pictures. My God, that was the most peaceful time I've ever had in my entire life. Truly. It just pure peace and bliss, just bliss, being out in nature. And talk about not having anxiety. Oh my God. Nature. How did I forget nature? That's what I do. I go to nature. I go to parks. I bought an RV. I bought an RV, or a caravan, as you guys call it in Europe, to be in nature, because it changed. It was so impactful to be out in nature, and what it did for my soul and for my anxiety. It was incredible. So I just said, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And it's really, oh, you know what else? Music. Music also calms my anxiety. I looked up, this is funny. I looked up the music for ayahuasca, for an ayahuasca retreat, and the music takes me back to the ayahuasca, what happened during the ayahuasca, which I saw, I connected to source, and I saw the most beautiful imagery that I've ever seen, the most beautiful colors and stuff. Anyway, it takes me back to that place of pure joy. And so now when I hear the music, it takes me there, and pure peace and calm takes over. So the music that you listen to is really, really important. Music that I listened to, and it helped me too, was the hang drum, hang drum. That one is super, it's almost like a harp for me. Like when I hear it, it's like, oh, it's so angelic. It's like, so it relaxes me immensely. So let's see, I'm living with my mom at this time on her couch. She loves the news and drama. When I get to a clear state or I am meditating, she really pushes herself and energy at me. Any ideas how to handle this? Yeah. The first thing that you have to do is realize that you're creating this reality. So you got to do what I did with a boss that I had that hated me. I imagined her being really sweet to me. I imagined her hugging me. I changed who she was in my mind. My expectation changed. When my expectation changed, you got to change inside before the outside will change. Once I changed the inside and my belief about her, the next time I saw her, she was completely different. So we need to understand that we're the creators of our reality. And if you see the outside, you don't like what you see on the outside, you have to ask yourself, why am I creating this? Why am I creating this? And then change it. You are so powerful. You are the creator. You are source incarnated in a human body. You have the power to do anything you want. And hence why anxiety shouldn't even be part of our lives. So it's all about what we've been taught. It's all about the control. And it's all about letting go, trusting, and knowing that you can create anything you want. You are the creator of your reality. And also, sometimes, we ask these people, like our father, mothers, to teach us a lesson. That's why we chose them as our parents. So go, get the lesson learned. Learn the lesson. Otherwise, it's going to be repeating. And Elena and I learned that lesson together. So there was, a trigger for us that we had a while back with someone who was really hurtful towards her and I. And together we realized what was happening. And I'm telling you, we were able to learn the lesson because it happened twice. And it was like, shit, we haven't learned the lesson. We need to learn the lesson. We don't want to have to go through this again. So we learned the lesson. And you know what the lesson was? We needed to send that woman, even though she attacked us and she hurt us, we sent her love. We sent her love. And let me tell you, she sent me an email literally threatening me, telling me that she was going to point me out and tell people because I had sent a copyright notice against her. And I said to her, I'm going to do what Jesus did. I'm going to turn my other cheek. And I'm going to walk my own way. He would have never fought you. I'm not going to fight you. Learn the lesson and it will go away. That's what it's all about. It's learning the lesson. So, number one, what you judge, you get tied to. Not only that, you are connected to other people. We are one. So when you send negative energy towards someone, let's say you're angry at them, guess where it's coming? It's coming right back to you. So when you judge and when you're angry, it all comes back to you like a big boomerang. So what does that mean? It's talking about acceptance, right? Acceptance, compassion, understanding. And not only that, understanding that you are the creator of your reality. Every single second of it, you are creating it. There's nobody creating anything for you. That's a lesson that I learned not long ago. I was talking to a channeler who channels the ninth Pleiadian collective, ninth dimensional Pleiadian collective, which is funny. She channels 26 light beings and I'm one of them, which is hilarious. So I'm sending myself messages through her. And what she explained is that when I went to look for an RV the first time, everything was against me. Like, I went to a place, we don't have any RVs to sell. They're all sold out. And, then I go to the next place and it's pouring down rain. I can't get out of the car. And I'm like, oh yeah, my ETs don't want me to get this RV. And they're like, no, you created all of that. Your mistrust, you didn't trust. You weren't sure if you wanted to do it. So you created that. So there is nothing, I do have white all around me. Awesome. I got my guys with me. Oh, maybe you're seeing my light, my ninth dimensional light. Who knows? So, I learned a lesson that nobody's doing anything to me. There's no extraneous ETs, controlling things. No, I created that reality. I created it. I created all of it, every single bit of it. So it's, and as a matter of fact, I'm also writing, I'm working on 2 workshops. I'm working on a workshop on managing emotions, clearing your past timeline so you do timeline jumping to a better future. And then the second workshop is on manifesting, because that's how much I've learned, and I want to make sure I'm doing that. So there are going to be 8-hour workshops. So it's a whole day, almost like a retreat, online retreat type thing. I also hope to do it for in person here, but out in nature, of course. So, let's see, what else? What else can I help you with? I can't think of anything else for today. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. Holy crap. Wow, that went by fast. Yeah. So anyway, I hope this has helped. That was the idea of talking about things, making sure people are releasing this anxiety that's plaguing everyone at this time on earth. And I hope this has helped you. And I'm thankful that all of you guys are here. And thanks for being part of this. And maybe I'll have more of these in the future. So I love you guys and have a good night. And now I don't know how to turn it off. Okay, good night.